Hey everybody, I'm Andy the Kenworth Guy. What is this thing behind me? It's the sun! We haven't seen it in forever. It's a nice, well, not really sunny day. It's cloudy over there and blue skies up there. So today we have a really special presentation for you. The only thing that I think is nicer than reviewing a Kenworth truck is reviewing two Kenworth trucks. All right, so here we are. We're gonna be diving into these beautiful, brand new 2021 Kenworth T880s. Gotta love it. So let's see some B-roll and dive into the specs. All right, so as you can see here, two different specs of trucks, and a big thank you to all the staff at New Vision for purchasing these trucks. There's actually one more that isn't quite ready yet, but I wanted to get this video produced and put the two together. So there's a third unit, and a big thank you to everybody there, everybody that I dealt with. So thank you very much for the business. Really appreciate it. So we'll start with the long haul unit, the big sleeper. So this is the 76-inch mid-roof sleeper. The specs are identical as far as the powertrain is concerned, but we went with different bunk sizes based on where these trucks are operating. So looking up at the front here, we have the tapered stainless steel chrome bumper on the front with the center toe pin. So this is a nice heavy-duty pin that mounts to this cross member up front. The grille is a aluminum metal mesh grille with the bug screen mounted in behind, and then we have all the clips here for the factory supplied winter front. There's a stainless steel shroud that goes around the grille as well, so that's a nice heavy duty design. It's not plastic, so there's no bubbling or peeling that'll happen with that. Now we opted on the long haul units to put on the chrome mirrors on the hood, so that's what we got there. And look at this, the sun showed up, so I can show you guys a paint. This is called graphite, so there's a nice little metal flake in there, so it looks really sharp. Looking at the front here, like I say, we have the 5-piece design hood, so these fenders are actually bolted on, and you have these seams that run down the sides and then up the top of the hood. I'll open up the hood here in a minute and show you guys how those bolt on. We went with the optional fender closeout. It just kind of finishes off the fender as opposed to it just kind of stopping right there. Just kind of closes it out, and it also helps keep the bumper clean so you're not going to get road spray splashing back on top of there. We went with the diamond plate battery box with the painted end caps, and then here we have the largest def tank. So this is the 31-gallon def tank that we have, and then here is the 7-inch straps that are polished on the aluminum fuel tank, and we have a 135-gallon size tank right here. So I'll be delivering this truck out to them here in the next couple of days, so just get it all ready to go. We'll probably strap those down a little bit better. Now this is a way to get dual exhausts that are both connected on a 2.1 meter cab. If you do dual back of sleeper exhaust, you get them both connected. There's the Y pipe, and there we have it. Looks really sharp. Kind of gives it that mean look. I like the dual stacks. Looks good. Now looking at the back of the bunk, I haven't really talked about this very often, but this here is a vent. Those two black panels are vents. So when the door closes, the air is going to escape from those vents. They're on the day cabs and also on the sleeper units. And with that air escaping, you don't have to crack the window in the cab like you do on the 1.9 meter cabs. Our shop here at Inland in Winnipeg, we installed these minimizer half fenders. So these are heavy duty design. They take a beating. As far as the suspension goes, this here is the AG400L, the 4-bag air ride. And we are putting this truck into Hall Super Bs is what it's doing. Grain trailers actually. We have the aluminum Durabright rims all the way around. So those are the nice shiny rims with the Michelin XDN2 tires. We have the Meritor MT40 14X3, which is rated for Super B weight in our region. So depending on the grade, if your grade is less than 3%, which in Manitoba, it's the prairies, everything is flat, you can get the Meritor 40,000 pound diff to be approved for Super B applications. So just some information there for you. As far as the brakes, we have drum brakes all the way around on the truck. And then there's the 24-inch air slide fifth wheel. That's the Holland. It's kind of our standard usual that we put on the trucks. Here is the new style air dryer that we have. It is the, used to be the 80IP. It's now the 80HF is what we have here. So that's new down below. I haven't really noticed that blue filter on there before. So that's a new thing. And then we have another fuel tank on this side here. Again, this one is also a 135, 24.5-inch diameter tank. So we have a little bit of space here, easy access if you need to get in and do any work on the DPF. And that's what is housed in this diamond plate box right there. Now on this side of the bunk, we have the emergency door with a window in it. And there is an easy access. I don't know if you guys knew this, but if you open that up, lights automatically turn on inside here, but around the back there's a little latch, and that latch unlocks this upper door here. So I'm not going to bother opening it right now just because you need to kind of pry it a little bit, and I don't have anything with me, but that's fine. So that's a little bit about the body, the spec. I forget the wheelbase. I believe it was 220 that we went with. If I remember, I'll put it up on the screen here, and we'll open up the hood here and show what we got powering this truck. Gotta love the sunshine. The only trade-off is when it's sunny like this here in Winnipeg in the middle of January, it's cold. It's actually not as cold as it normally is though. Normally, don't want to hit anything. Okay. Normally when it's cold, it's like minus 30 Celsius, which is really cold in Fahrenheit. Yeah, right now it's about minus 13, so it's not too bad. So what we put underneath the hood here is the PACCAR 510 1850 torque rated engine. This is a really good workhorse. Great, it's lightweight, so you can maximize your payload. It's lighter than the Cummins by about 400 pounds, and costs quite a bit less to purchase when you're looking at ordering a new truck. So there's quite a few benefits to looking at the PACCAR engine. Also, it comes standard with a 5-year major component warranty, so that's a nice perk to the PACCAR engine. So, oh, we got somebody jaking in the prairies here. He's unloaded and jaking. Nice. Right on. Anyways, there's all sorts. Alrighty, so like I said, we have the drum brakes all the way around on this truck. And let's take a look on the other side. Play the limbo. Ooh. Alrighty, so here we go. This is the Webasto heater. We had it installed here aftermarket, and nicely done. Really nice, nice setup there. There is the HVAC system outside of the truck, easy to service. And then there is the dual filter system. So this filter on the bottom is a secondary filter, and that one is also replaceable aftermarket if you didn't order it with it. So easy to change those filters, and make sure that, whoops, wrong way. Make sure that when you're cleaning it, you hit this push nut That's Ed's trademark. Ed called that a pushnut, and it kind of stuck with me. Anyhow, let's close up the hood here and take a look at the other truck. Okay, so this one here is a little bit different. It has the 52-inch mid-roof sleeper. So that's a little bit shorter bunk on it, but you still get the emergency bunk door in it. That's the smallest size of bunk that you can get on this size of cab with the emergency door, and the window is also optional. Pretty much the rest of the spec is identical. As you can see physically on the front here, we didn't put the hood mirrors on this truck. A few other things here we can look at. The wheelbase is a bit shorter. I believe we went with a 210. And here we have a smaller fuel tank, just because this is more of a regional haul. It's not going as far, so we didn't need as much capacity, but we also needed room for a wet tank to be installed on this truck too, because it's going to be pulling a little bit different style of trailer. I believe a live bottom trailer, if I'm not mistaken. Same setup, same specs, drum brakes all the way around. And we'll show you the two different bunks here in a moment. So let's take a look back at the 71. Uh-oh, missing. Got to get one of those on there. All right, so I'll just shut the cameras down here for a second and rearrange things and take a look inside. All right, so here we are inside the truck. Just kind of go over some of the things that we did in the dash here and the seats and so forth. So looking at the corner here, we have the door here, we have your door locks, your window lifts, and your heated and motorized mirrors. So that's all standard equipment. Down below here is your ignition, the adjustment for the brightness of the dash. There's your interior lights. I'm going to turn those on. So we have some lighting here for the tour. And then this is your exterior light test. So it starts flicking all your lights on and off, high beam, low beam, signals, clearance lights, just to do your pre-trip. So it makes it really easy to do it. You can just hit that switch. You can even reach it from outside if you're tall enough. There are the work lights on the back of the sleeper extenders. You can see them in the mirror there. And here is the leather wrapped steering wheel with the radio and cruise control in the steering wheel as well. So that's considered the smart wheel is what we call it. We ordered it with the Bluetooth Sirius XM radio. As you can see, the CD player is gone. There is the trailer brakes, or the old school call it the spike. And then here is your Jake brake controller right there. Engine fan, air traction control, spares. We got your DPF regen switch right there, air suspension dump, your power divider, and then your full locking differential. So we have the PTO switch as well, and then the fifth wheel air slide. Manual 18-speed transmission on this truck here as well. And then the gear ratio, I didn't mention that to you guys. We'll just open this back up here. Get you some more details. 370s on this truck here, and there's the scale weight, 8,013 kilograms. Now we have the oil pan heater and the block heater right there, and it also has the shore power. So that's because it has an inverter inside, and I'll show you guys that here right away. All right, so as far as these seats are concerned, we have the ultra leather high back seats, and these are the GT702s. We did not opt for the swivel seat, just not required on this configuration, and but they are heated, which is really nice on a cold day like today. Down below here, there's the Webasto for the engine, and then we also have the controller in the bunk for the sleeper heater as well. I'll turn on the bunk lights right there, and then you can see here the switches in the dash. I'm gonna have to set up these floor mats in both trucks because we didn't do it yet. Alrighty, so looking in the back here, we have the single bed setup down below here. We didn't opt for any storage or upper bunk, just not needed. They're gone for 2 or 3 nights, and you know, minimal storage is really required. There is access to underneath the bunk here. As you can see right there, really easy access in behind here. And there is a secondary trailer cord just based on the trailers that the truck is operating. It needs to have a second trailer cord for accessories on the trailer, i.e. lights, air suspension, belly dumps, etc. We can order that all right from the factory. So there is the factory inverter, as you can see, and winter front, fire extinguisher, first aid kit, and flare kit all down below. Now when you order the inverter, since this is open, I'll show you guys the plug. So you have a plug right, actually no, those are fuses right there, but you have a plug on the inverter. Where did they put that one now? There it is on the side. It's right around the corner. It's kind of hard to see. So there's one there. So if you wanted to run something that's underneath here, like a CPAP machine or something where you just want it out of the way, you can plug that in down below and then close the sleeper up and have a nice clean setup. Now up here on the back wall, I'll just turn this light on. We have the Webasto control for the bunk, and then there is your inverter, and then on the back here is your heat controls, door locks, your sleeper lights in the back here as well, and then a nice little storage pocket down below. Now when you order it without the doors or the windows, you get this vent standard, and it's just really easy to open that up. So if you want to get a little bit of fresh air in here, if you're spending the night somewhere, you can do that. The only thing is bugs can get through there, so you got to put some sort of a mesh over top if you want to avoid any mosquitoes from nipping at you in the summer. Alrighty, so on this side here we have the organizing tray, so there's no swivel table, which is nice because then you don't need to move it out of the way to go to sleep. It's just a nice clean setup like that. And then we did the open shelves down below, so easy to throw a duffel bag in and out. And then these little pieces here just lift up and out of the way if you want to take them off. So they're not really required to stay on. On this side here we have the fridge. Drawer style fridge, so it pulls out to you really easy like so, and then down below is the freezer, which can come out if you wanted to have more storage inside that fridge. We have a storage shelf with a closet door, and this shelf is optional. You can keep it or take it out either from the factory or aftermarket. And then there's a couple of storage up on that spot there. Sorry, I forgot my light inside my office before the video shoot. I normally like to light this up, but anyways, you get the idea. And up above here, this is where the microwave would go. And there's a plug, the 120, and then the 12 volt up above. And then same thing here, you got your 120 and then your 12 volt down below. And then there's the emergency door that I was talking about. There's also a emergency latch right there to open that door up if you want. All right, so I totally forgot to show you guys the other bunk. So let's take a look inside here. So this one here is set up basically exactly the same way as the other truck here, except for a few things. It's getting all the same switches and so forth, except it has an extra PTO switch because we're running a trailer with a PTO, then they need the PTO. One of them is for to idle the truck, and then the other one is so that the PTO can operate as well. There's your radio, your HVAC controls, and your additional gauges. Now in the sleeper, this is basically where the difference is. As you can see here, there's limited storage, and there is no cabinets or anything like that. So let me just show you what we got back here. So on this side here, you get a little mat pocket door, so you can put whatever you want inside there. There's your emergency door with the latch. There's a vent up high, and you have a little area here to put you know, whatever you want in here, like a little cup or something like that, so it's not going to fall over. Same thing on this side here. And then on this side here is your bunk heat controls, the Webasto heater for the sleeper, the 12-volt plug, and then here's your, if you want to light up the buttons there, and then the light underneath the bed, and then there is the door locks. So that's a little bit about the inside of this sleeper here. Alrighty, so that's it for today's video. I sure appreciate you watching this. And again, a big thank you to everybody over at New Vision for choosing to put your trust in Kenworth and in me and in Inland Kenworth. So a big thank you to you all for buying these trucks here. I sure appreciate you, YouTube community, for watching this video. If you want to subscribe to the video, if you like it, give it a thumbs up, hit the subscribe button, and hit off that bell so you get notified about future videos. If you are interested in speccing out a truck, or if you want to get a hold of me, see what we have in inventory, I'll just put a link right up here. You can go check that out and go see my contact information and my webpage. It's thekenworthguy.com. So that's it for me. That's it for this video. Thanks so much for sticking around, and we will see you on the next week's video. Thanks. Have the world's best day.